Hey everybody, we're looking at Dystopian Vistas right here, Dystopian Vistas YouTube channel, walking down San Diego sidewalk, and I couldn't really do as good of a job as he did, so please go check out his channel, and that just shows you some of the homelessness that we see in the San Diego area. Now, as we have predicted here, homelessness has gotten a lot worse. We're going to show you some numbers, some pretty shocking numbers today in my opinion. When I came out and said this originally, that things were going to get worse, people said I was doom and gloom. They said I was a fearmonger, but it doesn't take a genius. All you have to do is look at the basics that are happening right now and ask yourself, is anything being done to reverse everything that we're seeing right now? The homelessness, the skyrocketing prices, they're pushing home prices out of the limits for most people. And I think that most of us would agree it's pretty simple. Things are not going to get better. They're just going to continue to get worse. And headline right here out of this chappelleboro.com, Orange County homeless population increases 40% over the past year. And this has not yet factored in the eviction moratoriums that are ending in many, many locations. And actually, by the way, this is not referring to Orange County, California, but I'd like to take a look at the OC California numbers and see. I'm sure it's probably just as bad, maybe even worse here in Orange County, California. This is actually, I believe, on the East Coast. And in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about how homeless people are getting closer and closer to residences, in some cases right across the street. And there's more stories of homeless people now coming to onto other people's property. So you may want to continue to prepare as far as security alarm, motion detector lights, guard dog, maybe a big security fence. Self-defense mechanisms, all that. A recent article here out of abc7.com, skyrocketing housing market in Antelope Valley, pushing more people into homelessness. So is it the only problem? No, there's lots of other problems causing homelessness, but you have to address the issue that prices are too high. Most people that buy a home have to take out a big mortgage. The people that can't qualify for a big mortgage, or just people that don't want to get into a lot of debt, are stuck either renting, or hopefully they've got their home that they already live in paid off. But it's no coincidence that we're seeing homelessness rise at the same time as home prices are rising so rapidly. Someone sent this to me. This came out a few weeks ago, but it's very important to today's topic. LA Sheriff predicts homeless surge when eviction curb ends. Well, we're already seeing it in many areas already, and we're going to report on it here in just a few minutes. We're going to get more into that. But already I'm seeing a lot of stories where cities have to open up new homeless shelters. Here's one out of Beaumont. This is Inland Empire, California. New shelters to open in downtown Beaumont. Homeless population increases. So things are getting worse in just about everywhere that you look. All right, there's not enough construction of new shelters to keep up with all these people, but there is some good news. We're going to talk about that here in a few minutes on some areas, or at least an area that has a project for housing homeless people. And it's a bit better than just building new shelters, which they can't keep building fast enough. But there's just so many different problems that come up when you have such massive homelessness. Here's a place right here where a homeless camp had to get cleared out to allow contractors to develop a new freeway exit. So these people are finding places to stay, but then they're kicked out for various reasons. Sometimes it's just an eyesore. Other times there's development and other things that they have to have done. These people have no place to go. That's why you're seeing them coming closer and closer up to residential households. And you see them on street corners. You drive right by them in some cases. And what other problems arise when you have so much homelessness? Well, take a look at this. Another homeless campfire. That's 952 fires in Seattle this year because of the homelessness. So even if you own a home now, you're at bigger risk of a fire now because of the homelessness problem. And when homes get burnt up, when we see these massive fires, we see thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of homes either get put up or get burned up or damaged. And that's going to escalate the housing issue. So now you're going to have more people not having a place to live when their home gets destroyed. And that's going to further push up demand and lower the supply of homes that are available. So one problem adds on top of another problem, and together they create even a problem that's even twice as big as the original problem. And add that on top of all the other disasters that are pushing people out of their homes or destroying their homes, with the flooding, the hurricanes, the tornadoes, which seem to get worse every year. And there's not many other directions that this can go but into worse and far worse territory. And also crime. Crime is getting worse, and it's going to continue to get worse. So if you're one of these people that do not have a garage or a safe place, secure place to park your vehicle, you're more likely to get your car broken into, stolen. Here's an article here out of homonews.com. Car stolen for the second time. This was the second time. Car stolen 2 times within a very short period of time, within just weeks. So you may think this doesn't affect you with the homeless people. They're over there. They're not in your backyard. Well, they might be coming to your backyard pretty soon. They might be getting in your vehicle pretty soon. Who knows? Here's another article right here out of cbslocal.com. Caught on camera. Venice family threatened with violence by a homeless person living right across the street from their home. And you can see this homeless encampment right across the street from these people's home. And I'm sure that it's not a good sight. But not only that, it's dangerous when you have desperate people that are on hard times, that are likely, a lot of the times they're intoxicated. Simply put, a lot of them are crazy. It's going to get more dangerous for you. So this is not just a situation with homelessness. This affects a lot of other people, even people that are not homeless. And in this interview with the homeowners, they said there's a lot of activity over there, illegal activity, screams in the night, just things that you would not want to be right across the street from, you know what I mean, especially if you have a family. Now let's take a look at what's happening in Los Angeles. This is out of CNN. Appeals court rules Los Angeles not required to provide shelter for homeless people of Skid Row. So we have quote-unquote leaders spending a lot of money on a lot of things, but it doesn't seem to be helping the people that really need the help the most. Now, of course, a lot of you are going to say these people, you can't give them help. It's impossible. They're all crazy. They're all alcoholics. They won't maintain a home even if you gave it to them. Well, that may be true for a lot of them, but there's also a lot of them that would actually appreciate and probably take care of a home. See, once you help people, you can change somebody's life with just a simple gesture of kindness, just a little bit of help. Sometimes when you're down, you just need that one helping hand to pick you up, and then you can get up and you can start walking again. Not always, nothing is always going to be 100% in one direction, but sometimes all you need is a little help and a little caring, and things can change. Lives can change, very drastically. So that brings us to this article. This is out of Pensacola News Journal, and this may be looked at as some good news for some of you. A 5-acre campsite called Pallet Village is going to be put up here. This is a $3 million plan to fix Pensacola's homeless crisis. So these people will not get kicked out. They're not going to be booted out of there because of some construction project. It's not going to be right across the street from somebody's home. It's not going to be on the sidewalk, on the side of the road where cars are driving by. And here is a rendering of what's being proposed here for this pallet shelter village. It doesn't look like much. It's basically a glorified shed, but compared to being on the sidewalk and getting moved out of the sidewalk or getting moved away, getting your tent taken away, this is going to be a nice option for a lot of people. It's going to be more of a community, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of problems. It's not going to be perfect. They're probably going to have a crime issue and maybe some bad people mixed in with the good people. But things like this can be done. Think about the trillions of dollars that are being spent. Is it going towards actually fixing this problem, or is it going towards the mega rich? And I wish projects like this were happening in most areas, but they're not. This is something that's not too common, sadly. So we need to, as I stated earlier, continue to prepare because things are going to get worse. There's nothing being done except for a small projects here and there. Nothing being done to fix this. In fact, I think we're just in the early innings right now. The eviction moratoriums, what are things going to look like when more cities end those moratoriums? We know that the federal one has ended, the federal one, but other cities in some states still have this eviction moratorium in place. What will your city look like if there wasn't an eviction moratorium? Maybe you're in a city where there already has been an expiration of the moratorium. Please let us know what you're seeing. I'm seeing a lot more tents here in San Diego, and just a lot more to come. And I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon, especially here in California with the way things are happening here with the leadership. But please let me know what you think. Thanks for watching this report. What do you think about this Pallet City here with these homes? And are you seeing rising crime? You know, there's lots of statistics to go over with rising crime. I'm seeing it everywhere. Gonna wrap this one up for now, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe, keep stacking, stay prepared, keep positive. Bye for now. Peace.